Welcome back, everyone, to my series of Illuminating 2020. This is Kenzie Brown, your emotional energy coach. I know the month of January is over already, but I really felt it was important to go back and highlight some of the things that happened. January was awesome. It was an unbelievable month. The year 2020 is creating truly an awesome adventure for each and every one of us as we enter this new decade. We're all about to be transformed in a way we haven't previously imagined. Now, the universe has shared with me a number of things that we can look forward to throughout this year. More retrogrades. Retrogrades with every planet. Now, for those of you who are not completely aware about retrogrades, not something to be scared or nervous of. Retrogrades, let's take Mercury, for instance. We all know about Mercury's retrograde. Mercury is about communication. So when she or it goes into retrograde, that means you want to stop and look at what's happened over the last 3 months. Was there an issue with someone that you didn't complete? You need to dot your I's and cross your T's. You need to be more cognizant of completion. Don't ever leave the strings hanging. Complete whatever you're doing with whatever planet is in retrograde. So there's going to be once in a lifetime planetary meetups. We just had one in January. We had Saturn, Pluto, and Venus all in Capricorn. And we've never had those planets all lined up like that since 1518. That's a long time ago. We're going to have some karmic revelations. What's that mean? Karmic would be, what have you been shoving under the covers? What haven't you been willing to address or to look at? If you haven't taken the time, you're going to find this coming up full force. It's going to kind of slap you right in the face because the universe really wants you to address those issues that have been challenging for you, or what I call the roadblocks of life. They aren't allowing you to move forward. The other aspect is soul expanding experiences. The whole key to this new decade is to be more in harmony with the universe. In other words, you want to ride the wave of change. I like to use the analogy of your surfboard of life. I've never ridden a surfboard, but I've seen many videos and pictures of them. So you're riding on the top of the wave. The wind is in your hair, the sun is on your back. You're in seventh heaven. It's awesome. When you fall off, you're in the undertow of the wave. You get bumped and bruised and sometimes injured. That's a real reflection of how I see life and how it can be. So the idea is to stay on top of the wave, on your surfboard. Yes, you'll fall off, but you want to get back up as quickly as possible. And that way, don't fight the tide that is going underneath you at all times. 2020 represents the number 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. And it's all about teaching you to have patience and to be able to dream as you move forward. Keep your hearts open. Have more joy, beauty, peace, and most importantly, have love for all of humanity. All of this is our focus from right now at 2020 all the way through to 2025. 5 years of intensity on more of this. We're striving to shift all of our separation. That needs to crumble. The separation of what political status you have, how much money you have, what religion you have. Maintain your uniqueness. Do not change that. But don't be so quick to point a finger and to judge and criticize the other person. There's a phrase I like to use. Even if you don't know what to give as an answer to that individual that is expounding on their thoughts and feelings, turn around and say to them, well, now that's an interesting concept. I'll have to think about that. Thank you for sharing. That tells the other person you heard them, but you're not engaging. You're not saying you're wrong, I'm right, none of that. So that's my way of dealing with the separation that we're all experiencing right now. There's going to be a lot of growing pains and many lessons along the way. So pay close attention and be an observer. Now you're going to hear me over the next year through all these series using the phrase observer. Here you are, here's the other person. You're involved in this discussion, but it can get kind of heated. So part of you sort of steps out to observe yourself and the other person. What's really going on? You have a tendency to put your emotions on the back burner and you stay more logical. Then you're able to see what the big picture is and come back and be engaged. So own your own power as you move forward in this new decade. Anything that's limiting must go. It is time to let go of that ball and chain that you have around your ankle. Choose what nourishes you and move forward from a place of self-love. Not from what your exterior wants you to do, but what's coming internally from inside of you. We're going to expand our energy in ways we never thought were possible. There will be new levels to approach. All of these changes are setting the stage to rebuild every aspect of our lives. You already know that we're in a place where things can't stay the way they are. The pendulum is shifting. We've gone one direction, now we need to go another. So embrace the changes that are coming. Ask yourself how you can be more real in your life. Be more authentic. Not what's going on around you, but what's coming from inside. Also, what have you been avoiding because of confrontation? So many of us are fearful of the fears that come up when we release those issues that we've been bearing under the covers. So realize there's hope, there's healing and empowerment waiting for each and every one of you if you're willing to step forward. And lastly, share your gifts and your creativity. There was a reason you came here at this time. Don't hide those gifts. Don't hide your creativity. Let them blossom. Become the full bloom. Stop being a little bud. For our planet to heal, we must all take responsibility for our actions and unveil our shadow side that you're so fearful of. To me, the shadow side is just an area that you haven't allowed the light to shine. And fear usually is the reason for not looking at it. And you tend to say, oh, I've dealt with that already. It's just fine. But the issues are still there. They're coming from your subconscious and they're influencing you all the time in the choices that you make. So spend some time this year of 2020 to bring them to the surface. Find someone that can help you with that. That's an area that I work very deeply with. Emotional release is so important to me to be of service to other people along that area. In the future, I'll be sharing more about that with you in this series. There is a statement, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. And what you imagine, you create. To me, that's a beautiful description of the law of attraction. That was stated by Buddha. It couldn't be stated any better. Just remember, everything you think, you become. Maybe not at this moment, but it's coming in the future. And what you feel inside, you don't need to even say it. It kind of comes out in your aura. You're going to start attracting it. The law of attraction. What you imagine, you will create it. It's inevitable. There's no other choice. So watch all of those areas. Now for us, January was a very rare month for all of us. Unique opportunities were presented. So keep your heart open. Be willing to step into a new direction. We have been given a fork in the road. Do you want to stay on the same path, bumping your head against the wall and not getting the results you want? Then you're going to have to take a little risk and pick a different path, a new direction, and look at all the imaginative and joyous things that can happen to you. Think higher, feel deeper. We were born to live in our sweet spot. What is your sweet spot? It is more of a connection of your soul, allowing your soul to be your guide in all that you do and all that you say. Commit to the future that we all desire to create. But I'm asking you to do it globally, individually, physically, and emotionally. In my last statements, I want to share with you that life is truly a gift, but it is ours to learn how to receive. That can be a big challenge for some. What will you create as we walk through our doorway into this next decade? How good a friend can you be in this new year? How much love can you give in this year? And lastly, what service can you be to humanity that will enrich you? The rewards you will gain by becoming a giver from your heart will reap true peace for you as well as others. Plus, it'll make you have a feeling of beautiful wholeness. This is your journey. Embrace it. Thank you all for joining me. I know this was a little bit longer than the last one. I tend to get excited about all of this and I really want to share it with you. So please tune in for my next series that's coming very shortly, within the next week or two. Blessings to each and every one of you. If you have any comments or thoughts or ideas, please place them in the section below. And again, look me up on heartsofopportunity.com if you have further questions about my background. Thank you all. Blessings. Bye-bye for now.